everyone, and welcome back to the Dennis Learning Center YouTube channel. My name is Taylor, I'm an academic coach here at the Learning Center, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about syllabi. I know, it's not that fun of a topic, but autumn semester is about to kick into high gear, and these are probably the strangest circumstances we as students have ever experienced at the start of a semester. With many of our classes being online, now more than ever, it's really important to understand what our classes are going to expect of us. And one of the best ways to understand those expectations is to completely read and dissect the syllabus. So, we at the Dennis Learning Center reached out to advisors and professors across campus and asked them what they thought it was important students got out of reading their class syllabus. You were going to read the syllabus, right? If not, you're like a lot of students, so I'm not judging here. But if you do stick around, I'll explain to you some reasons why reading the syllabus can only help you in your fall courses, and it may save you some heartache in the long run. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. The advisors and professors that we talked to at OSU gave us 10 things that students should look for when they're reading their syllabus. So let's start at the beginning. The first 3 have to do with your professor. Specifically, you want to look for your professor's office hours, what day, time, and in a normal world, what building. In this world, what Zoom link. Second, what your preferred professor title is. If your professor has a PhD, it's reasonable to assume that they want to be called doctor. After all, people do a lot of work to earn those degrees. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes they'll tell you directly in the syllabus, sometimes they'll tell you on the first day of class, but if you forget what they told you on the first day of class, then you can always default to doctor. It's better to be more respectful. And then thirdly, your professor's mode of communication. Some professors prefer that you message them through Carmen, others will never check that and will only look at their email. It's important to know how the professor wants you to reach them and the best way to contact them in case of an emergency. The next 2 things you need to look for are about the class itself. Specifically, the first thing that you generally want to pay attention to are what the class requires in terms of external resources. So some classes will require a textbook, in fact many of them do, but with having online classes, some classes are now requiring subscriptions to things like Amazon Prime, so you could watch a television show and they analyze it for, say, a visual and performing arts credit class. It's important to know what you're going to be required to purchase up front so that when you get to the point where you need to complete an assignment, you have all of the tools necessary and you're well prepared to complete that assignment.
It can be really helpful to know when your exam dates and times are. Same goes for assignments. Make sure you know the location of your exams as well. It can be really helpful to write out all these things in a big calendar or make a long to-do list for the whole semester.
The next 3 things you need to pay attention to are about your grades. Specifically, the professors and advisors we reached out to recommended that you pay attention to whether or not there's going to be a curve on the class. It is possible that in some of the courses that tend to be a bit more challenging, that your overall grade will be rounded at the end of the course based on the performance of the entire class. The second thing you want to pay attention to in the syllabus regarding your grades is the point breakdown. Specifically, in most syllabi, you'll find a table or a list that details how much each assignment or set of assignments is worth. For example, they may tell you that assignments are worth 70% of your grade and exams are worth 30%. Equally, they might tell you that your exams are your entire grade. It's important to be mindful of where you're earning points throughout the semester so that when you get a little busy and you need to prioritize, you know where you need to put your focus. If your assignments aren't worth very much, it's still important that you complete them, but if you're having an off week, which happens to the best of us, it's okay if you drop them. But if an assignment's worth 70% of your grade, you probably don't want to drop it. Lastly, regarding your grade, especially in online classes, but even in in-person classes, attendance can make up a portion of your grade. These are easy points, people. You do not want to miss this. Make sure you pay attention to when you're required to be in class, when things are going to be synchronous and asynchronous if your class is online, and pay attention also to how many absences you get. How many excused absences do you get? Do you get a couple that are unexcused? What qualifies as an excused absence? That kind of thing. Again, you don't want to drop these points because if these are just the ones that you get for showing up, it's basically your participation trophy and you don't want to lose it. Last but certainly not least, pay attention to extra credit opportunities. Oftentimes, if there are extra credit opportunities for a class, you'll find them in the syllabus. Trust me, you do not want to be the person at the end of the semester who doesn't achieve their target grade by just a little bit and regret not having done the extra credit because it would have gotten you where you wanted to go. Equally, sometimes a professor will quiz on the syllabus at the beginning of the semester. Thus, it's really important that you pay attention to all the things that I just talked about. If you know those things, you're probably going to ace that syllabus quiz. And if your professor is really nice, sometimes they'll even hide an opportunity to get extra credit for reading the syllabus in the syllabus. You do not want to miss that one either. Extra credit points for something like that are really easy to pick up, they're available to everyone, and they might help you out in the long run. The last thing that professors and advisors at OSU and we at the DLC think that you should know about reading and dissecting your syllabus is that if you get partway into the semester and you forget something important about the course structure, you should always refer back to the syllabus. I'm gonna say it again. If you're gonna ask your professor a question about course structure, exam times, or dates, what is supposed to be in a specific assignment, always refer back to the syllabus. This is a huge professor pet peeve, and it will save you and your professor a lot of time and trouble if you go back and look at the syllabus before you reach out to them and ask them a question. Importantly, don't let this deter you from reaching out to your professor if you do have a question and you can't find the answer in the syllabus. If you do find that you need to reach out to them after checking your syllabus, go ahead and mention the exact part of the syllabus that you checked in, and even include a quote of what you might be confused about. So, in conclusion, this semester is going to be a weird one. There's no way around it. But hopefully, reading the syllabus in detail, taking it apart, and getting everything you need to know about the course structure and potential content out of it will make your semester just a little bit easier. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more from us from the Dentist Learning Center. If you want more personalized help, feel free to make an appointment at the link down below. I know autumn semester is a great time to get ahead on anything you may be struggling with academically. And of course, comment any specific video you want us to make that may be helpful for you in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck with the autumn semester and go Bucks!